Yahoo! Hello, hello, and welcome to another library. And I almost said Starry a Sunday, but it is not a Sunday. It is a Monday, but it is half a year of the first library going live. And I was excited to be here and stream today as well. I am kind of tired, but I did want to go live and just have some fun, chill. We are going to be signing in to Honkai Star Rail, and I'm going to be continuing with this story. But I'm not sure how far we are going to be going. Probably just one part of the mission. Everything is maxed out, which is kind of making me not really anxious, but like kind of antsy. So yeah, but I wanted to go live today and kind of celebrate it. Um, the fact that library is 6 months old. When I first started this, I
Ah,
didn't
looks like
know.
this collateral won't be
I was
returned.
hoping to get at least here to 6 months, but I didn't know if I was going to stick with it or not. And for what it's worth, I know that the channel is pretty small. Happy 6 months, Avery. Thank you, thank you. Welcome to the stream. Hope you will be having a good time. But yeah, I'm not really sure where this is going and what I'm doing still. But it's been 6 months, and you could say that 6 months is kind of a long time. So yeah, I'm still figuring stuff out. I'm still workshopping ideas, and I'm still working on things that can improve my content and improve my confidence in myself and in my content as well. But I wanted to celebrate today because I do think it's a big deal, especially for me. To some, it might not be, but for me, it is that I stick with, well, not stick with, stuck with. I stuck with this channel and I, I, I just didn't stop and it didn't fizzle out. Even though we had like a small hiatus or a little break because of
Ah,
the whole technical
looks like this
difficulties,
collateral
monitor issue.
won't be
But
returned.
yeah, I wanted to celebrate and I wanted to, like, my first idea was to do the new event. However, I feel like we are stuck with the account. Like, I am stuck with the account. And what I mean by that is we are very behind on a lot of story. and a lot of lore that this game has.
Hmm.
And
Ah,
especially if we, well, not here.
looks like
If we look at, no, Stariel map. I wanted to look at the Stariel map. If we look at the Stariel map, we are only here in the Cienzo Lofu. And yes, Penacony is here because I unlocked the Divergent universe, and because of that, Finality's vision is allowing me to explore one very specific, very small part of Penacony. But there's a lot of stuff, and when I say a lot of stuff, I mean a lot of resources, a lot of relics, a lot of essential materials, stagnant shadows, whatever you want to look at and find. There's a lot of stuff in Penacony that is kind of necessary for me to get to a better place with my account. And I was kind of frustrated with not being as far with the account as I would like to be. So I decided to continue with the story today. And I hope you don't mind. We're just chilling here. And I'm probably only doing like one part
this collateral
or one
won't be returned.
mission here to continue and at least progress a little more. So let's get to it, shall we?
That imposter had the audacity to carry out her nefarious plans right under our noses. How utterly despicable. What worries me more is just how many more antimatter saboteurs are at large.
As much as I would love to hear what Fushion has to say about these matters, I want to go and experience more of the story. So time is of the essence. Let's go. I hope you don't mind.
This is...
We are back with Donhan Donheng. I'm still not sure how to pronounce his name properly. Even though he's one of my favorite boys here. Um, if you might have forgotten, because we are spreading this story out very thin with only once a week streams. But yeah, there was a whole another part where Tanhang was very worried about us and concerned because of Blade, so he came to Penacony. Penacony, the Cienzo Lofu, after us. So we are at the Alchemy Commission.
Huh? You're pretty familiar with this place. Yep, it's the Alchemy Commission. No wonder we were getting those military broadcasts on the way over. Something about the Cloud Knights gathering here, right? They're probably coming to fix the Stellaron problem. It's been such a long journey, but now we're finally gonna meet some Cloud Knights. I'll be back with my unit.
Let's go.
I didn't lie to you, right? I told you I'd bring you somewhere safe, and I did. Though, we did take a bit of a detour.
Thank you, Sushang.
Before I arrived in Starskiff Haven, I had a diviner read my fortune for the journey ahead. He told me not to be concerned with the destination, but to seize my chances and travel with the current to reap the greatest harvest.
Okay.
Meaning?
Yeah, meaning?
Meaning, thank you, Miss Sushang.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go report to the nearest captain. You guys can hang around here, but don't run off too far. There'll be Cloud Knights coming to escort you back soon. Bye for now.
Thank you, Sushang. We got a message from ourselves. The Cloud Knights invited us to go with them. Your homeland's got some really big crucibles. The elixir furnace? Message failed to send. Okay. I guess this is the part where we were fighting.
The messages never get sent. I wonder what's happening with those three. The Cloud Knights seem to be gathering for the Stellaron disaster. But why did Kafka want us to come here? What happened to them? And what happened to Blade? I've delayed for too long. I need more information.
Let's go. Can
What's
we talk
up?
though? Yep.
Go? Go where? The Lafu is under lockdown. The Cloud Knights operation isn't over yet. Relax. When the fight is over, I'll personally escort you and Mr. Locha home.
You don't have to worry about me, but thank you, Sushang.
You
Locha?
haven't been back home for a long time, have you, Master Danheng?
Danhang. This is what I'm confused about, because in some scenes they say Danheng and sometimes they say Danhang. Which one is correct? How did you
As home
know?
draws nearer, so our feelings grow stronger. I can see it in your eyes. Do you want to leave? Then do it now. The Cloud Knights will soon check our identities. I have somewhere else to be. I've tarried here too long.
Where are you going?
I'm a traveling merchant. I have one more deal to see through.
Okay. Mysterious. As always, Mr. Locha.
I'm sorry, I have to catch up to my friends. Thank you for looking. I need to be careful. If I alert the Knights, they might take an interest in me.
Okay. Stealth mission. Let's go. Why am I shouldn't run. Oh, it's not even letting me run. Okay.
What a huge cauldron.
This aureate cauldron is driven by the cloud hymn magic of our people, the Yippiieee. It drinks the water of the ancient sea like a whale swallows the tide and refines it into medicinal pellets.
Lord. Let's go. We are learning more stuff. Another elevator. Ah, we are going around. Okay. Stealth mission, let's go. Easy.
All the elixir crucibles that the Yippiieee helped to construct contain cloud hymn magic. You should take this chance to learn more, young master.
Young master. Are these flashbacks of Danheng? Danhang?
Uh-huh. But I don't need any sort of device to help me command water. What more is there to learn?
You are indeed the chosen one, with endless potential. Yet, cloud hymn magic is just the beginning.
What do you mean?
Of Vidyadhara Mirajako? Have these shadows of the past yet to disperse? These memories. No. They have nothing to do with me anymore.
Okay, I think I'm getting where this is going. This is not about Don Hong, I think.
They say that you're Long's power incarnate. Is that true?
We Long's power incarnate. Long, not like distance long, but long as in like dragon in Chinese, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But Long is one of the Aeons who I believe passed away some time ago, and his descendants are the Vidyadhara.
Long. I was exiled from the Xianzhou. I'm no longer one of the Scions of Permanence.
Yes, the permanence. Long was the Aeon of permanence.
I doubt I will be here to see you take charge. No need to feel aggrieved. Vidyadhara go through cycles of life and death, existing forever in this world. By the time you are the High Elder, my hatching rebirth will be complete, and I will be a child once again. Please take care of me.
Yes, because Vidyadhara are like kind of different but similar to the Xianzhou people.
It's you! You've returned, High Elder!
They are kind of similar but different in a sense that they are they have long lives, but they do not like pass away. They reincarnate and they become children again and then live another life and then so on and so forth. It's very interesting. Hello.
Something terrible is happening in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Please, don't go any further. Your enemies. Your enemies are waiting for you.
But we gotta help our friends.
I'm... I'm sorry. I cannot linger here. My friends have left. I must find them.
You didn't heed us then, and won't heed us now. As headstrong as you always were, it seems you already made your decision. There is a vessel bound for Scale Gorge Waterscape, located ahead.
Cutscene. Oh, okay. That's very pretty.
He's here.
What? I was not expecting that. What do you mean they are here? Okay.
Right on time.
That feeling, Kafka. It's welling up within me. That feeling. It's...
Well, don't resist. Let the Mara strike you.
The confrontation.
You're here.
The drama. I can't. Oh my gosh. For those of you who play or played Genshin Impact or know some stuff about Genshin Impact, let me blow your mind if you didn't know this, but I believe the voice actor who lends his voice to Blade is also the voice of Linny from Genshin Impact. Yes, that Linny from Fountain. It's very cool.
It's time to pay the price! It's time! You think changing form will help you escape? Escape.
I've told you and that woman many times. I am Dan Heng. I've nothing to do with your past.
Dan Heng. You think another name and face can blot out the sin of your past? You didn't even experience death. I will force this suffering upon you, Dan Heng. You will know the pain of death.
Okay, that's very intense.
Not on my watch.
Who are you?
You're not
Yenching!
murdering anyone today, fugitive. You're coming with me.
Yenching. I was not expecting
Qing
Yenching.
Yuan's lapdog. Did the general not teach you to choose your battles wisely?
Hey, move back. Things are about to... Huh? You look so familiar.
Look out!
Quit hiding. Your true self revealed.
Stop!
Oh my god.
You...
I have news for you, boy. Behind you is none other than the traitor of the Xianzhou. A criminal forever banished.
No way.
The Vidyadhara. Imbibitor Lunae. You really thought the Stellaron hunters were the only ones to infiltrate the Xianzhou?
In that case, I'll bring both of you to justice. I've heard of you, Imbibitor Lunae. First it was the Stellaron hunters, now an exiled criminal has infiltrated the Xianzhou. Come get me.
I've no interest in stoking conflict. I came to ensure the safety of my friends.
Save your excuses for the shackling prison.
Okay, this
Out of
is
the way.
scripted. I don't have
Not
to
be
do
afraid.
anything here. Or I do.
Better, but I'm afraid you won't be seeing your friends. They're caught in their own bitter struggle.
Silence! You're not getting away either!
Is that so? Let's heat things up then. Kafka.
Lady, listen to me. Unleash the Mara.
So it begins.
I'm sorry, I'm not speaking here, but this is just so
Too little.
cool how they
Defend
did
you.
this part.
Surrender!
The strength
I am
wish
in
not to
awe.
use.
Do I break the blades? Or am I attacking Yanjing? I guess I can break the blade.
What's wrong? Afraid to hurt the boy?
You're all in on it.
I mean, we literally came
I wonder
here
if the others are okay.
to help our friends.
Gotta
We
make this
don't want
quick.
a conflict right here.
Let's fail to send you.
You two just
But
won't
this is
give
very
up.
interesting.
I only
That's
have
very
one
cool.
choice.
I really like the cutscene. It was amazing. Like, it's very nice. I feel like a broken
So
record right
familiar.
now.
Did she teach you? Then you deserve no mercy.
Can't delay any longer. I didn't wish to harm anyone. But there's no other way. Forgive me. Forgive me.
I failed. This isn't over.
Yanqing, no.
All of you listen to me. Stop. Well, Blady, are you satisfied?
This is so tense. I have no idea what I could be saying here. Like, I just enjoying the moment. Like, this is chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. I am very much enjoying this content right now.
What did you do?
I'm just clearing the stage for the grand entrance. Can't have you three misbehaving in front of the Lawfu's hotshot general.
Jingyun is coming here. He's already here.
Jingyun.
General!
Oh my.
Many years have passed since the two of you departed the Xianzhou, and yet the circumstances of your return appear to be equally unhappy. If you still thought of me as a friend, you should have forewarned me.
My task is complete.
That it is.
What do you mean?
Thank you for assisting the Xianzhou in this small matter. Take this person away. I will pretend I didn't see anything this time.
What do you mean?
General,
Now is not the time.
I am so confused.
It has been a long time, old friend.
Wait, so we're just letting them go away? Just like that?
I'm not him.
I am so confused right now. We are letting the Stellaron hunters go. Wait, so Blade said that he finished what he wanted to do or something like that. What did he want to do? Did he want to like expose Danhang? Like is that what he wanted to do? Didn't he want like revenge or something? I am confused.
I'm sorry.
The plot thickens. Exactly. Like I am so confused right now. I know there's a history there. Like I couldn't avoid spoilers, sadly. Or not sadly. However you want to see it. I know there's history, but I have no idea what's that history. so far. And I'm very confused right now on what's happening right now.
You cannot leave yet. Your Astral Express friends are waiting for you in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Shall we go and see them together?
Let's go. That's what we came here for. So let's go.
Lunarescent Depths, a realm of singular beauty. Scale Gorge Waterscape is the same as when I last laid eyes on it. And here we stand so different from one another. The flesh of long-lived species may be immortal, but the constant of heaven and earth eludes them.
You know the Vidyadhara hatching rebirth cycle, General. The waters of the ancient sea have cleansed Danfeng of his past sin. The person that once stood here alongside you is no more.
Okay, so Dan Feng is his past life, who has some connection with Jingyuan and Blade.
I am Dan Heng. Whether Dan Feng was hero or villain has nothing to do with me. I bore his punishment, accepted my eternal banishment without complaint. But do not let his shadow cloud your estimation of me, General.
Raising old nets only darkens the water, an exercise in unhappiness. Perhaps it is your visage, the horns on your head, or the unmistakable air of the High Elder that makes the separation nigh impossible for me.
I already told you,
You did. But to what effect? If words alone were enough to change the heart, this world would be without quarrel. If you wish to rid me of the illusion of Danfeng, you must do something for me.
Fair enough, I guess.
Before I can let Danfeng die and revoke your banishment edict, I need him to do me one final favor. I can guarantee you that when it is done, you will no longer walk in anyone's shadow aboard the Lawfu.
I may not be capable of the things that Dan Feng was capable of.
I mean, yeah, that's a big ask to ask him to live up to someone else's, like, where was I going with that thought? I had a thought, and it just flew away. Whoosh! Into the wilderness, into the unknown, like Frozen. I should just stop rambling and move on.
You must do it, or my promise will count for naught. If you wish to blame someone, blame your previous incarnation. Had he not committed that terrible sin, had the power of dragon transmutation been passed on intact, I would have no need to compel you.
Wait, what?
It is as I said. Here we stand so different from one another. Danfeng is no more. Now, there is only Danheng. But I am the general of the Lawfu. There are things that I wish I did not have to do, and yet I must. Let us talk of happier tidings. The friends you made on the Express are here. Do you wish to see them?
You brought them here?
Yes. They are waiting in the Dragon Vista Rain Hall. Go. Your friends are waiting for you. I have been keeping careful watch against the abominations of abundance, the Stellaron hunters, and the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. But I never anticipated the Antimatter Legion.
I mean, that's understandable. When you are so focused on something, you don't like the thought of something else being behind your troubles is like very far. It seems very impossible to you. So I'm not surprised about that.
The hunt is far from over. Yet all the while we find ourselves at war with other evil spirits. From this battle onward, the Alliance must fight the Legion to our dying breath. Even if it means the end of the Law Fu.
I guess that's one way to see it.
Our intelligence tells us that the Legion are a mad and destructive war machine. Yet they never took up arms against the Alliance. The armies of the Seven Ravagers all have their own means of destruction. They are not to be taken lightly.
Yeah, and we are dealing with one of them right now, Panthelia, right?
Lord Ravager Fantalia
Yeah.
favors internal collapse, which is why she masterminded the Stellaron crisis and urged the disciples of Sanctus Medicus out of the shadows.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Now that her plot has been laid bare, she has no choice but to retreat. And yet that hardly suits her philosophy of destruction. There must be something more.
That's very interesting. But yeah, if you think about it, are these memories? Can I interact with them?
Her hatching rebirth is complete. She left me all alone. Still, I wait for the day of my rebirth. Endless waiting.
Is this Don Fong?
As recorded in the ancient texts, this body of water was brought by my people from our homeworld. It formed part of the roiling deep. It is as pure here as it was there. Our dragon ancestors nurtured us with the water of life, and bestowed us with the permanence of the Vidyadhara.
Very interesting.
Do you know something? When Don Fong committed his great crime, the Ten Lords Commission advocated strongly for him to be destroyed. The Vidyadhara, on the other hand, were split evenly in their favor and disfavor of the motion.
Interesting.
The dragon transmutation inheritance was not intact after all. The senior Vidyadhara hated you, yet did not dare to kill you.
I guess if he was the High Elder, it means he was probably in a position of power. Very interesting.
The Vidyadhara were under great pressure. In order to placate the Ten Lords and Skyfaring Commissions, they performed an exuviation charm on Don Fong against his will. Still, they ensured that the charm contained a flaw, thinking that this would fool the Ten Lords Commission. The senior Vidyadhara were sure of their scheme. But you cannot hide fire with paper.
I guess. So they were supposed to, like, destroy him, but they left, like, a little mistake in the charm, so he could reincarnate.
Waters of the ancient sea, cleanse me. Waters of the ancient sea, protect me. This world's good karma is settled. This life's misfortune is erased.
Interesting. So technically, Don Fong's sin has been cleansed by the ancient sea, but There are friends. Sorry. So Dampang's sins were cleansed by the agency, but the people of the lawful did not forget and did not forgive. Oh my gosh, that's such a beautiful idol animation. It's very interesting though, but like it's very understandable at the same if you think about it.
Look, your friends are taking the fight to the Legion as we speak.
We need to help them. Let's go!
And we are here.
Heaven's Surge.
Boom.
Cloud-bearing dragon. Rise!
A foregone conclusion.
And we got Destruction Trailblazer back because at this point of the story, we are still, well,
Heaven's Surge.
technically, we should be
This is our chance.
preservation. Because we got the form of
A
preservation
foregone conclusion.
after
There's thunder!
we thought,
You
or
have the
during
worst
we
luck
fought
running into me.
Brocolia. That's interesting.
Stay right there while I give you a present.
I guess Destruction Trailblazer is more
You can't
offense heavy, and we already have Marge as a character of preservation, so
try that
it
again.
kind of makes sense. The Lightning Lord, let's go.
Heaven's Surge. Cloud-bearing dragon. Rise!
Let's make it quick.
I cannot break here.
Batter up.
Follow my charge.
Very sad.
Conflict is pitiless.
But we can break here. Well, only one of them.
Watch this. You can't run.
Then we
Time
can
for the
output
master
Jinyu
stroke.
and let's
Radiant
go.
spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy.
These animations, man, like, they are so
Try that again.
well done and so beautiful. I enjoy them very much. A Lightning Lord
Surge.
strike.
Celestial dragon. Break!
It's so interesting to see, like,
A foregone
for
conclusion.
Trial Danhang or Imbibitor Lunae, if we want to call him that.
With me out here,
Technically,
how can we lose?
it is Imbibitor Lunae.
Rules are made to be broken.
Why is normal speed so slow? Can I could have turned double speed on.
Try that again. Xingyuan, where have you been?
Forgive my late arrival, Lady Fu. We are indebted to you and your forces. The Seat of Divine Foresight relayed the battle reports to me. As for Fantilia's plan...
I lost my train of thought again. But it's interesting that they put Trial Danhang's like skill point cap non-existent here because we were only doing empowered basic attack. and you need a lot of skill points for that. So that's kind of interesting. It kind of raises expectations that can like lead to disappointment if you are pulling for the character and it's not working exactly the same way that the trial character was. So it's kind of interesting, but I do understand why they did that. Anyways, on with the story.
The Ambrosial Arbor. That's her focus. Lord Ravager Fantilia's strategy was to create civil strife, then let it consume the Xianzhou from within. She wanted to use the Arbor to disseminate the power of the Plague's author, and turn the Luofu into a hell of undying abominations.
That is clear to me now. Friends of the Astral Express, I have brought someone with me whom I think you'll be eager to see.
Uh-huh. Is that... Dan Heng? You are Dan Heng, right? What's with the horns?
It's a long story, March. It's me.
So, you do have secret strength.
You can say that, yeah. That's one way to put it.
Let us save such reminiscence for later, shall we? My astral guests. When you first appeared on the Luofu, your stated aim was the resolution of the Stellaron crisis. I was concerned that the Stellaron hunters harbored ulterior motives and refused your offer. I see now that I was overly anxious. Nevertheless, it is true that the motives of the Stellaron hunters were not what they appeared. In order that the Express and the Xianzhou fight side by side, Kafka lured you here and broadened the scope of the crisis. In doing so, she succeeded in making it clear that your sincerity is beyond doubt. The Luofu is in your debt, and I have no right to seek further assistance from you.
But we are already here, and we promised to assist.
However, as Lady Fu has explained, the appearance of Fantilia means that the situation is far from under our control. As General of the Luofu, it would be foolish of me not to ask Dan Heng and the rest of you for your strength at this critical moment.
Even if the crisis on the Luofu had nothing to do with the Stellaron, I would be willing to help. But I can't speak for the other members of my crew.
Mr. Yang,
Explore,
come on.
understand, establish, and connect. As the crew of the Express, that's the Trailblaze creed we follow. Still, when the journey gets tough, those words can feel far off. Fear, risk, enemies, and death are the obstacles we face in pursuit of the creed. That's why the nameless who are able to stay the course number few indeed. Whether our destination lies before us or behind us, the decision is ours to make. Here, as on the Express, every vote counts.
I love that. I just really like that. Like, that's a good philosophy to like live by.
Dan Heng?
We have to decide for him. I do want him to, like, here's the thing. As much as he's telling us that he is not Dan Heng, he is Dan Heng, and Dan Heng's sin is not something that he is responsible for, I do feel like he still feels regret and guilt because of that. So by helping here, we can correct, well, maybe not correct, but make up for that and ease his guilt. So I'm going to hold out.
Thank you, Don Hong.
How am I still one of the nameless? I stand here at the mercy of others without true freedom to speak. But as a descendant of the Vidyadhara, I will fulfill my duty to the Law Fu.
Great! Everyone's just as heroic as when they arrived. So, what's the master plan, General?
There is no master plan, only a bet. A bet on the senior Vidyadhara's incomplete exuviation charm. And on Dong Hong's ability to access the memories of the High Elder.
High Elder?
When the Rainbow Arbiter severed the Ambrosial Arbor, remnants of the curse of the plague's author lingered. In order to make the stemming of those remnants a possibility, the Law Fu invoked the power of the Scions of Permanence.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of understandable because abundance basically like curse them, and permanence, well, they are kind of two sides of the same coin if you think about it. At least to me, that makes sense. I'm not sure if I can properly convey my thoughts on this. Maybe I will try later sometime, and after I do some more research on this whole thing, plot, lore, whatever you want to call it. But I do feel like that's an understandable decision that they make.
Under the direction of the High Elder, the Vidyadhara guided the waters of the ancient sea to flood the Scale Gorge waterscape delve and contain the Arbor. To commemorate this magnificent feat and sacrifice, the Alliance erected the Dragon Vista Rain Monument, a Vidyadhara statue.
Oh, it looks so much like Don Hung. I wonder if... the statue... is that... Don Hung's brother?
March. I really like this BGM. It can kind of ease my disappointment with March here. I know you are kind of slow on the uptake, but like, girl, are you serious?
I see why you might think so. These events occurred a long time ago. Yet successive generations of High Elders have not differed greatly in their appearance. That is, until the current generation. The most recent successor did not inherit the same level of power, and their appearance is that of a child. Do you understand, Don Hong? Since Dong Feng perished, the Luofu Vidyadhara have no longer had an individual capable of performing such feats. But you, who once kept watch over the Arbor, should be able to open a way through to that great tree.
I guess that explains why I wanted to say her name very fast and it just slipped my mind. What's her name? I forgot her name. This is making me very I forgot her name, and it's not going to Bailu. Bailu. Yeah, so the dragon healer lady that we met, who insisted she isn't a child. Yeah, that explains why Bailu is in the form of a child, actually. That's very interesting.
What happens next is in your hands.
We'll try our best here and see what happens.
You scared the heck out of me. For a second, I thought you'd annoyed the general. It seemed like you were his prisoner. There I was, thinking up a plan to kidnap you. And it turns out the two of you are old buddies.
That's kind of true and also not very true at the same time. I'm not really sure how my knowledge goes here, but uh yeah, we can
So,
kind of say that.
what made you suddenly decide to come down from the express?
I was worried for your safety.
Aw, how sweet. But Mr. Yang and I have been holding our own. We're pretty much Cienjo heroes at this point.
Okay, March. Dial back a little bit.
Anyway, it's great to have you with
Show
us,
some
Sun-hun.
humility. I want to talk to
Has
them.
coming here triggered your memory? Release your full potential. The power you carry is the key to opening a way through to the Ambrosial Arbor.
Teaching in. It's kind of reassuring that even after all the things that have happened, even though I have no idea as of now what happened, he still trusts us to a certain degree. Mr.
I
Yang?
knew you'd come. When we first mentioned the Cienjo, there was a sad look in your eyes. They may have banished you, but the Lawfu is still your home.
Thanks for all your help.
You're a member of the Express crew, Dan Hung. Let's settle this matter as soon as possible. Our journey doesn't end here.
It does feel like or seem like that Danhang, or like more like Mr. Yang, is kind of a proxy father figure for the younger ones on the Express. So, but yeah. Is there nothing you'd like to ask? That's kind of sad, but kind of understandable at the same time. Let's try this. The statue of the High Other has been greatly changed by years of weathering. There are small words engraved near its base. I have no idea how to pronounce that word. Here I am trying to do my VA moment, and they throw a word at me that I don't know how to pronounce. Thank you very much, game. As Arbor revives and foe nears, we call forth the mighty waters of ancient sea, the flood abode of heaven and cloud roots of evil. We etch this in stone for all to heed. Try to feel the great power. Beneath the endless rolling waves and the ancient roots of the arbor blaze, long dormant, they stir and come to life, as if a beast were waking from its trance. The containment mechanisms, woven by past thrones, the bindings that tame the beast's power known, a fragile net soon to shatter and fall, its decay a warning, heard by one and all. Memories from the past emerge from the darkness, tightly gripping me.
撕裂心海解放，万军雷霆的巨响，摇撼心魂激荡，惊涛骇浪，身后鲜血滚烫，嘴脸处张扬锋芒。我以生命兴旺，在领域从人之上。
I'm sorry, what? Did
The
you
annals
see
mention
that?
that Scale Gorge waterscape was once the location of Dragon Palace. Small wonder. Look at all these submerged structures.
Did you see that? That was so cool. That was a great scene. Imagine if they did just a blackout screen with like text saying, "Yeah, Dunhong summoned his ancient power and lifted or parted the sea." That would have been such like a mess. But like this cutscene, chef's kiss, amazing. I, I am, I am very happy with how the quest is going right now. I do feel like it's kind of slow, maybe. Like the pace is kind of like dragging, but I guess it's to build anticipation. Let's continue.
I was fortunate enough to be here during the Shuhu upheaval period. I witnessed this place in its prime. An age passed. The palace was left in ruins, and the Vidyadhara used their sacred homeland to imprison the Arbor. The Luofu and the Xianzhou are greatly indebted to them. Lady Fu,
Here, General.
remain here. Lead the Cloud Knights in defense of this passage. We must prevent further incidents.
Jingyuan. General, are you planning to face Fantilia alone?
I wouldn't say so. I'll be counting on a few friends for support.
We are here to help.
General, don't cast us aside. We're willing to go with you.
Yes, General. We may not be the mightiest force, but it's our duty as Cloud Knights to protect the Xianzhou. How can we let Outworlders face the danger while we stay behind the lines? With your permission, sir, allow me to lead the way.
I understand your sentiments, soldiers. But the adversary ahead of us is not an abomination of abundance. They are a Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion. Crossing this line will bring you into the conflict between the Rainbow Arbiter and the Ruin Author. You have a more important duty. Cloud Knights, attention! After I enter the Ambrosial Arbor, and if the seawater returns to its original state, you must withdraw immediately and seal off the delve once more. The Master Diviner will lead you.
Yes, General.
Lady Fu, if I am unable to return, I entrust you with the important task of relaying the full account to the other Xianzhou ships.
I trust you will be here to reissue the order in person. But whatever the outcome, I will do as you command and honor the mission.
Spoken like a true general.
It's time. However, I do feel like it is the appropriate point to stop for tonight or today. whenever you are watching it. Sorry, we're going over to Trailblazer here. Thank you again for joining me today in this kind of special library. Thank you for being here, and thank you for spending time with me on the 6 month anniversary of the official start of the channel. I hope you had fun. I hope you had a lovely time here. If you are interested in keeping up with the channel, please do subscribe. If you enjoyed today's stream, please leave a like. And I hope to see you another time. Bye bye.
Nice.